Hi guys, today is going to be a different video than from what I usually do. I like to keep my channel Sweetness and Light, and today's also going to be Sweetness and Light. I'm going to try to keep it upbeat and no tears, but as most of you may know, my twin brother Keith passed away on October 7th, sorry. And I just want to remember him today, and I want to remember all the happy, fun memories we had, and just keep it upbeat because I had my time of crying my eyes out. Okay, I won't go through our birth story. That's in the Draw My Life video that I did, I think 4 or 5 years ago. So just go back to that and you can find it, how we were born. We were inseparable as kids. I'll just touch really quickly. We were born twins, and he is 60 seconds older. I almost said 60 minutes. And we were put in separate foster homes when we were born until the age of 4, because my birth mom had put in the paperwork that she wanted us placed together. But Division of Youth and Family Services had separated us until the age of 4. Then the moment came where we were placed together. Keith came to live with me where I was, okay? And from then on, we were inseparable. My mother called us bookends because we would be on the couch and we'd be like together, sitting together. And she'd be like, "Don't you guys ever sit apart?" But we were very close growing up. We were each other's best friends. We had bunk beds growing up, and he was on the top bunk, I was on the bottom bunk. And just the fun memories of, hey, Kate, 10 days till Christmas. I wonder what we're going to get, I want this G.I. Joe, whatever it was, and I wanted this certain doll, and certain memories like that. Just fun things. And we got into a little mischief, which I shared at the memorial. We went to a Catholic church growing up. We must have been about 9 or 10, and my mother dropped us off. And we walked into the church, and I'm listening to this, and I'm saying, "Keith, this isn't in English." And he's like, "Yeah, it's not in Spanish either," because we were raised in a Spanish home. And we found out it was in Polish. And we both decided that we would be better off going to the candy store down the street. So we went to the candy store down the street with the Tide money that our mother gave us, which I feel so horrible about now. But we didn't know the Lord then, so we've repented. But those were, some other things that we got into. As most of you know, I was born with cerebral palsy from the waist down, and I couldn't walk till the age of 4. And Keith and I, when we would go to the store or go anywhere together, I would always get, stares, glances, and I was used to it, but I guess Keith wasn't. So Keith would, as we were walking, he would turn both of his legs in and his feet in and walk one foot over the other. It was hysterical. He's like, "I'll give him something to stare at, Kate." And he had me rolling. I mean, it was hysterical, We grew up in a large family, and you couldn't just walk into the house with like a snack or donuts and have them be there when you came back, It wasn't the way it was. So I remember one Sunday after church, we went to the bakery. We loved these sprinkled donuts that they made. And we saved our money, and he's like, "Kate, I have 50 cents, and I'd be, counting my money, and we'd say, 'Oh, we have enough to get a dozen sprinkled donuts.' So we'd walk down to the bakery and get our dozen donuts, and then we'd go down to our room, and we'd pick out on donuts. And it was just, the fun things that we did. Unfortunately, Keith took a turn. In his mid-20s, he started drinking, and that lasted for most of his adult life, and unfortunately it cost him his marriage and things like that. So unfortunately he wasn't really close to my kids because he was dealing with other issues. But what I can say is that the last 16 months of his life, we were the closest we were ever. He used to call me 5 or 6 times a day. And he had really turned his life around. He gave his life to the Lord. And he had said, you know, I don't want to go back to my old life. And he was truly living for the Lord. And I didn't realize how he had a heart condition. And I didn't realize how bad it was until he came back from the doctor. And he told me, he said, Kate, the doctor said I have the heart of an 80-year-old. And he doesn't expect me to live the next 2 years. And I remember saying to myself, oh, well, at least we have another 2 years, you know. And this was like in August. He came to my house, and maybe I'll have Brittany take a shot of my kitchen ceiling. He was very handy. He could fix anything. And we had my ceiling collapsed. I think I may have mentioned that on one of my videos. And he came over and fixed it, put up a whole new ceiling. And I didn't realize how bad his heart was. He shouldn't have been doing that. And we made arrangements for him to come over before he passed away. And he was going to film a video with me on my channel, you know. He had an incredible sense of humor. He was very funny, which I'll show you. I have some clips of him leaving me messages on the phone.
Today is a happy birthday to us day. Happy birthday, Kate. Give me a call. Okay, bye. Inga, this is Diesel calling. Hey, Kate, I'll try calling you again. All right, bye.
I was Inga, and he was Linquist to me. Hence the wooden shoes. He was always the jokester. Whenever he called, it was never, hey, Kate, it's Keith. It was always, Inga, this is Linquist. And he always had this accent. And I'll show you clips from my last time with him in the hospital.
Oh, Inga Vakovic, this is Linquist. Yes, I found your last name. It is Vakovic. So, in case you forgot it, I looked it up and found it for you. So you can give me a call. I am trying to wedge my way out of my shoes. We've had so much rain. And I have a little kitty here. His shoes are so tight. He put them in his litter box to try to get the litter to soak up some of the water. Okay, Inga Vakovic. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.
But I had these wooden shoes made so I could remember that. He was always the Dutch farmer when he called me. It was hysterical. So I had these made, and I had these at his memorial. And, okay, Kate, get a grip. All right, so I'm going to be showing you the funny side of him, the handy side of him. There was just so much to him that I loved. And I'll put in some, this is his picture when he was a correction officer in his 20s, and I'll show you some pictures of him. The last photo we shot of each other in the park, and then a video of him and I in the hospital doing Inga and Linquist. And he always made me laugh. Okay, I don't want to make this too long, but I just wanted to remember him. This was a big thing that happened to me in my life, and I just wanted to remember it and share it with you. Okay? All right, thanks, guys. Have a great day, and I will be back with my fall-themed videos. Okay, thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
So, for you, one word.
Oh, one word.
How was your day?
Oh my goodness, my day was very rough today. Yes. I was walking on the street and I walked through a puddle. And you know me, I wear wooden shoes.
Yeah.
They got red. I got home, I couldn't take them off my feet. They swelled. And I had my kitty cat Bubs with me. And Bubs wears the same shoes, you know, wooden. He walked through the puddle too.
Oh,
Now I cannot take his shoes off. You know, I have to wait until the water comes out of the shoes.
oh, Linquist.
Oh, can I tell you what happened to him the other day?
What happened?
He was in the dining room and he's sitting there. He's trying to scratch behind his ear with his wooden shoe and knocked himself out.
Oh, Linquist.
Yes.
Poor
Yes.
Bubs.
Oh, it took him about 20 minutes to come to, but he finally did.
Oh.
Yes. I had to put some foam on the bottom of his shoes so he doesn't hurt himself anymore.
Oh, Linquist.
But then 2 days later, his shoes magically came off.
Oh.
So, yes.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
Thank you.
Chris. That's so terrible.
Oh, it is. Please don't report me to the ASPCA.
No, I won't.